YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2003. I did record an episode for about 40 or 50 minutes, but something happened with the recording. And in all honesty, you guys didn't really miss much. But just to kind of give you a quick recap, still racing with Frugal Art because, well, as you can see, her stats are still good enough for her to win races. And she's got 20 grade ones, 39 wins out of, or excuse me, 23 wins out of 39 starts. And I think I'm working on a Sprint Champ title with her. Then we go down to Toxic Waters, our 3-year-old Colt. He's undefeated, 7 for 7 with 2 grade ones. He won the second cup at 10 furlongs. And I believe he's leading the GWS Turf Series as of now. So Toxic Waters, this Colt is from Social Brandy out of Eastapool, the first of our new generation of what I would say is the building foundation for our super horses. Twin son, he's training, 2-year-old Colt. He comes from, I believe, Mad Courage out of Honeybee. Should be lightning fast, I hope. Scotch Dancer, she was very fast. So excited for this foal, or this Colt, the first Mad Courage one. We have Lightning Flash, who's still developing back in the pasture from, I think, Social Brandy and Catch This Gal. I can't remember. Let's check. I think Social Brandy and Catch This Gal. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Or no, Mad Courage and Catch This Gal. Okay, so Lightning Flash, you can see already as a 1-year-old, 5-star potential, 5-star finesse, 4-star toughness and discipline. And again, he is from Mad Courage out of Catch This Gal. So finally, I feel like we're getting the horses I want in this game, and I still haven't even tried at least 2 different breeding pairs I want. And keep in mind, we still have Frugal Lark that we're waiting to retire. So Social Brandy and Frugal Lark, Mad Courage and Frugal Lark, Paracosm. I'm definitely going to use Frugal Lark probably starting next year for every breeding pair until a new broodmare comes through, because I think she'll be worth it. So I think we're all set up for our races here. Toxic Waters will be in the Summer GP. That's a GWS turf race. Frugal Lark, she's going for that Sprint Champ title, so she'll be 6 furlongs in the Pluto Stakes. And then we have Electric Arrow. He's also 3 for 3. And we've gotten 1 grade 1 win with him in the Azalea Cup. And yeah, we'll see what he's up to as well. So a lot of good things finally happening in this game. And of course, I'm just going to do Entrust because for whatever reason, I cannot complete the manual training anymore. Not that it really matters to me that much. I mean, I've paid attention to like doing the manual training and the results it gave us, and then also doing Entrust. I didn't notice a huge difference for my horses, so I think it'll probably fluctuate depending on everybody's game, but you know, that's just me. Electric Arrow is up in the Young Mile Cup and should be the favorite, and he is. Anybody to worry about in this field? Oh, Laughing Hawk. Okay, 7 horse. Got to watch out for that dude. All right, let's rock and roll. Laughing Hawk. We had him in 2004, didn't we? I think we did. No, maybe not. I've definitely used him before. I just don't remember which game. I don't know if it's 2004 or Gallop Racer 3, but love that horse, by the way. If I saw him pop up in the shop, would I get him? Probably. Really, really good horse. I can't remember because some of our pedigrees, like we don't have any of the lineage still around, even in the barn, so I can't really check, and that's kind of the sucky thing. I'm pretty sure he was one of the early game horses I had for a while, to be honest with you. Anyways, Electric Arrow is off here, trying to get himself another grade 1. We really have to push the pace, and they're kind of, man, we're running pretty hard here for a mile. Kind of reminds me of that Belmont Stakes that was ran the COVID year, where they started out of the chute on the backstretch, if you guys remember. I think that was with Tis the Law, who I told everybody wasn't going to win the Derby. I knew that horse was strong, but I just didn't think... He had never been challenged before, and I felt like if he faced competition, he was going to obviously struggle a little bit in deep stretch, which he fought his heart out in that Kentucky Derby. That was in the 2020 year, I think. Yeah, I'm curious if any of his offspring will turn out to be as good as he was. Here we go. Trying to get a jump on the field with Electric Arrow. Just making sure we have to worry about Laughing Hawk, but we have a furlong left to go, and I think we're clear. Electric Arrow with an absolutely dominating performance. I mean, granted, this horse is Good enough for the international scene, but we're going to go ahead and cruise on to that easy win there. Get him another grade 1 there for Electric Arrow, and that's at 8 furlongs. Number 2 for him. Let's go. Man, oh man, that dude can float. That dude can float. Just ends up coasting the last furlong, really. What else can you say? Electric Arrow gets it done. Yeah, I'm really excited for the future in this game as far as different horses we'll get. We definitely need better ones because the Dream Cup is way harder for me in this game than it is in 2004. But again, we have better horses in 2004, so that's not really a shock. Yeah, much tougher in this game so far. We don't have the Butterfly Effect, Cleopatra, Galaxy Star type of horses yet, you know what I mean? So until we get those originals, or just, you know, a horse that's better than what we have, we'll probably still struggle. Like, I thought Social Brandy was going to do good, and I can only get a couple of places with Social Brandy in that GWS race. Same with East to Pool. So if those horses at their levels in this game aren't enough to be competitive, we need way stronger horses, which is exciting for me because, again, that gives us more longevity in this playthrough and more stuff to accomplish. So he wins the Young Mile Cup. On pace for 3-year-old of the year is Electric Arrow. 2 grade 1s already. And next will be the Golden Derby, but he'll be in the green. Let's do Spring Mile. Just kind of keep him simple. Keep him on the easy 3-year-old campaign, and then because he has a sustained growth type, he's only 3. I'm going to be able to race this dude for a long time. That's why I'm not really tripping out about just keeping him in these easier domestic grade 1s. He'll have plenty of time to go on the international scene. So Toxic Waters will be up soon. He's developing quite nicely. So excited that we finally have him. And again, Frugal Lark with 94 guts rating. Like, she's 7 years old. That rating is probably not even going to drop below 80 before she retires. I'd be shocked if it did. Thank you guys for love and support on the channel. Obviously, as always, it was a great 2022, and I know it's going to be a better 2023. So yeah, I'm just really excited and looking forward to just the growth and expansion of the channel. Entrust, bro. Entrust. Alright, let's see what his stats are. Yes! Yes! Oh, man. 90 speed from the get-go. And I know it's because he's from Mad Courage. Mad Courage out of... Was it Mad Courage out of East to Pool or Catch This Gal? I think it was Catch This Gal, which would be insane. But again, her stats are pretty average. 75 guts, 84 response, 75 health. 90 speed, 90 staying. Stamina is awful, but clearly he's a sprinter. And he's a closer? Guys, do you realize how long we have been waiting to get a true closer, a true honeybee type of closer back in this game? We got him right there. Twin Sun. Twin Sun. Oh, that's great. That is great. That is great. B ranked already. Closer, spurt, and gate rocket. Oh, finally, dude. Finally. Some real progress with our horses here. And again, this guy is from Mad Courage. Oh, this is the Mad Courage Honeybee foal. How could I have ever forgotten? Mad Courage and Honeybee. Wow. I had the parents all wrong because I didn't really remember exactly what we did and when we did it. But it makes sense, right? The speed of Mad Courage, the closing speed of Honeybee, we have put this in one horse called Twin Sun. Now we know he's going to peak early because of his parents, obviously. Not a big deal. Not a worry for me. So I am over the hill. I am absolutely over the hills. So happy and excited for this foal, or this 2-year-old colt. We can run him on turf or dirt as well. He's got that flexibility, and hopefully with these stats, we can keep him competitive for a while. I am curious, though, how his stamina will be. So we'll have to wait, but we'll get him in his first race. They have 2 of these races here, and I just always wonder, what is the difference or the point? Like, they're both the same distance. The time is almost identical. It's 2/10 off. Anyway, it's not really a big deal. Oh, tack. I totally forgot. Do we give this guy? No, we already gave him tack. I forgot. You do that before you start training. Regiment, let's keep him on. His stamina is not going to get any better than what it is. So I want to keep his temper. Actually, his temper is all right. It's 57. How about this? We'll do some temper training. I want to do temper and speed. Temper, speed. Just a little bit. Granted, at 57, I don't think it's going to bother us. I just want to be sure of that. You know what? I should work on his stamina, though, honestly, shouldn't I? Because I wonder if that's going to cost us in some races. Ugh. I'm going to do stamina for a little bit. I just want to see if we can get it into the mid-50s for the rest of this year. Everything else is fine for what it needs to be. Now, the power rating is not good, so I don't think I'll be able to take him internationally. But, so excited to see this guy debut. Cannot wait. Alright. So this is Mad Courage and Honeybee from Twin Arrow. Again, Toxic Waters is from Social Brandy and Easterpool, or Social Brandy and Catch This Gal? Easterpool, okay. Yeah, Social Brandy and Easterpool. Got it. Awesome. Finally, we are getting stronger horses in this game. And I'm really happy at the route that, you know, was taken to get here, ultimately. Obviously had to use a lot of in-game horses, which, it's fine. But you guys know how I feel about that. At the end of the day, we're finally getting the horses I want. But Honeybee, she's still contributing. Cannot wait to see that guy make his debut. But Electric Arrow, we're back up with him again, a Spring Mile Cup. And we're not the favorite. We're behind Silver Bird, Recent Tycoon. Interesting. Okay. Let's just race and see what happens. But, yeah, just so excited we're finally getting to this point in this game. You know what I mean? So happy. And, yeah, eventually, I mean, whenever we get a freaking filly again, we'll really be able to start getting some more interesting lines going within our own generations. But, I got Frugal Lark. Like I said, she's going to be used every year I can, and I know she's going to give us a lot of amazing foals. And I suppose in this game, because you're limited on space, it's kind of like I have to work with what I have. Like in 2004, I have the space to use as many of our originals as possible. In this game, because we can only have 5 maximum studs and broodmares, and then we can only have technically 6 slots for just active or training or foals at the same time. Only 6 horses in that regards. There's not a whole lot of flexibility to have as, many originals if they're not really good. Again, in 2004, we have the space to put even some of our, mediocre original horses in the barn. But in this game, I have to be more picky and choosy. So, obviously, if we get a really good in-game horse like Frugal Lark, Social Brandy, Mad Courage, then, yeah, until we get a horse that's better than them, I'm going to continue to use them. You know what I mean? Stay strong, my brother. Stay strong. It's going to be close. I may have gotten him going a little bit too soon. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Nope, 13's going to get us at the end. Yep, that's my fault. That's my fault. Ran him way too hard too early. That's a goofy one. That's a goofy one. It's my bad. I guess I feel like I can do that on him, but he's not quite there. Not compared to, like, when I've done that on our other horses, especially in 2004. Like, Social Brandy, I could have did that with. I mean, but we finished 1 and 2, and neither of us were supposed to be in the, top 2. We're supposed to finish 5th and 6th. That horse that just beat us, so. Disappointed. That was not ideal, but that's on me. It's not on the horse, so it is what it is, man. It is all fun and games at the end of the day. Because that's all this is. And granted, 63 stamina. 73 stamina or higher, not tiring out at the end, and I can do that. I've kind of been used to doing that in 2004 because a lot of our best horses in that series now have over 70 and 80 stamina, so I can get away with that, but no big deal. This guy's a sustained growth type. There's plenty of time to win races. Long Beach Cup. Let's go ahead and try him out on the dirt. All right. So next up will be Frugal Lark again, then Toxic Waters, and then Electric Arrow, then Twin Sun. So still a little bit of time before we see that 2-year-old make his debut. And like I said, with Frugal, I'll continue to race her until breeding season next year. I'll retire her, and then we'll probably breed her and... I don't know. Her and Social Brandy, or her and Mad Courage, or our Dirt Champion Paracosm. Might want to save him for a little bit later. Anyways, Frugal Lark, she's up in the Pluto Stakes. Not much of a chance here. But, yeah, I will continue to race with her until I feel like it's not necessary. I would like to race with her until next year's breeding season, but who knows? Maybe, I am curious who's in the shop. Again, in this game, you know, we're limited on space, so if I can get a better horse to help so far, where we are currently in the breeding barn, I'm not opposed to that. I would like a filly, but again, you guys know I've let go of those expectations. Like, whenever we get the filly, I will be ecstatic. But for whatever reason, the game has her percentage rarity at like a 0.0000034. Doesn't make sense, but it's fine. Just trying to think, what other horses would be in there that I'd want to work with, though? I guess that's the main question. Okay, now we got plenty of stamina left with Frugal. 94 guts rating still. Grit. Close race okay, we'll tap in too, but I don't think we're catching that horse. I wonder if I needed a little bit of an earlier start for her. She actually kind of tired out. Didn't think I ran her that hard. Wow. And, yeah, she's going to finish 7th or 8th. That's the worst she's finished in a long time, and I wonder why. I was going to say, I didn't feel like I ran her bad. I was outside of the start, which who cares? That was almost a perfect eval type of race, so she just kind of got outclassed there. Yeah, I guess that's going to happen. And that was only 6 furlongs. Maybe I got lucky with the Royal Cup since that was a domestic grade 1. Pluto Stakes, that's an international one, tougher field. Maybe she's not quite able to compete with those type of sprinters, and that's fine. 59 power, yeah, her power rating has dropped considerably since she was at her peak. Okay. Well, the Sprint Champ title is still doable, but I can't put her on any races internationally. What am I trying to look at? I'm sorry. I was looking at her titles. Mile Champ mid. Long? I wonder if she still has the stamina for a Long Champ title. She finished 7th in the Continental Cup. I kind of feel like I might have to keep her, you know, at the easier grade 1 levels now. I just feel like she might struggle in the international ones. Or do I just try to stack wins with her? But will she have an impulse? So many questions. Let's try to race for 8 furlongs. Yeah, impulse. That's what I thought. Maybe grade 2s? I don't know what would be ideal for her. Maybe I should just try her out at a mile distance. Let me see. Not putting her in a GWS. Super Sprint. Again, it's the same thing we just did. I don't think she'll do well there. Chicago Stakes, 9.5, 3-year-old fillies and up. I think, well, let's try her out there. It's just a grade 1. I mean, maybe at this point I'm just trying to stack those as opposed to title chasing with her, but we'll see. We shall see. All right. Toxic Waters up in the Summer GP and is not the favorite. Eastern Knife is. Warm Star also here. So 2 horses we got to watch out for. But I still think we have a chance. I mean, I don't think we should be written off. Like I said, he's developing nicely. All his important categories are where they need to be. His response is a little bit slow. I have to be mindful of that. But I think he's competitive enough to... If I get last quarter leader, we should have a chance. So just got to be mindful of that. And see what happens. But man, so excited for Twin Sun. Mad Bee out of... Or excuse me, Mad Bee? Honey Bee. From Honey Bee. And Mad Courage, out of Honeybee from Mad Courage. All over the place, and it's not even close to 2 a.m. It's like the late evening. But yeah, really excited for that guy, man. Just can't wait to see if he really feels like Honeybee. You guys know I've talked about that in this game for over a year now. In regards to, like, when I breed horses, personally, this is just me. I'm not saying for anybody else in the community or how you guys play the game, but for me, when I breed two horses together, especially if, one of them was an original, I can still sometimes feel that original in the new horse, especially if they have the same leg type and some of the same running style. And like I said, I think that's a really cool small attention to detail that Tecmo actually did in this game. And not to say it's not in 2004, it is, but for some reason I feel it a little bit more with my horses in this game, which is really cool. I don't think we're in the ideal position, which is my fault, but we'll be all right. This dude's got a decent enough stamina. I think he can handle this. And I wonder what the triangle's lightly shaded for closer and front runner. Like, what would the position grade be if I put him there? Fast paced, okay, gotta love that. Horse that can run at a very fast rate and not be tired, love it. It's kind of how I was in track and field. Like, even if I was running against guys that were faster than me, I always did my best to keep up. Especially like in the 4x400 meter relay, I ran the second leg. And there were guys that definitely were faster than me and they like running an open 400, but on that relay, especially when you can cut in to lane 1 as soon as you come around like that first 100 meters, that was really where I could kind of run and keep up with people. So here we go. Down the stretch we come with Toxic Waters. I didn't get last corner leader because I forgot, but this may benefit us anyways. Toxic Waters gonna blow past the 11 horse. The 14 is closing. We got a good enough power rating. We should stay strong. The 14 is closing. That's Eastern Knife. Is that horse gonna catch us? Come on, Toxic, finish strong, my boy. Oh, just got there. Wow. Wow. Eastern Knife was rolling and reeling us in. That was scary. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This dude is still undefeated. He's 8-4-8. There was nothing I could do. If that race was a half a furlong longer, Eastern Knife is getting us, and there's nothing I could have done about it. Only thing is, maybe I could have started a little bit earlier, because I keep forgetting his last quarter leader ability. But who cares? We won the race. There it is, your Summer GP winner. Toxic Waters, as a 3-year-old, 8-for-8, undefeated with 3 grade 1s. We're finally at that point in this game now. Finally. Finally, we're at that point. Whoa, fumble! Let's go. Good stuff, man. So happy with where we finally are in this game. And this is not even, like, obviously close to the pinnacle. It's just the beginning, so. Toxic Waters, 3 for 3. You good boy. You are absolutely killing it out there, my guy. Absolutely killing it. Gotta love it, man. From Social Brandy out of Easterpool. What else is there to say? So he's working on a mid-champ title. And we're still in the GWS Turf. I keep forgetting that. So Diamond Cup. Perfect. He'll be in the blue, and that's a big race for him to win. Alright, so next up will be Electric Arrow again. Then Twin Sun will be making his debut. Then we'll be back to Toxic Waters and Frugal Lark. I wish you could at least look in the shop, even if you only own 6 horses. Because, like, if they gave us the ability to at least be able to look in the shop, you know what I mean? Then we could decide, oh, I see this horse. Let's say I see, I don't know, Hellbilly or something. Is he even in this game? I don't know. But regardless, if you see a horse like that, you're like, okay, I want this horse instead of the current one I have. Then you would obviously have the option to, like, release that horse. That's such a simple game mechanic. I'm surprised I didn't think about that. It's like if you went to purchase a horse when you already have your maximum slots filled, it would tell you, you must, retire or, get rid of a horse before you can purchase this one. That's in video games, guys. We've all played video games that type of feature is in. I'm just surprised I didn't think about that. But let's move on. Toxic Waters is leading the 3-year-old turf category with a 132 rating on the mid. Frugal Lark, where would she be? She'd be 4-year-old turf, right? But is she even still up here? Probably not. I'd be shocked if she was. Yeah, she's only 121, which is fine, so no worries. All right. Well, it's back to Electric Arrow, and then after this race, Twin Sun will be making his debut. All right, Long Beach Cup with Electric Arrow on the dirt. Let's see how he does. He is the favorite, but it's a competitive field. Happy Diamond, Lovely World, Hot Attacker. Actually, we're not the favorite. The 6-horse Hot Attacker is. It's actually really a competitive field. I was just going to go through and just like name 8 of these horses that could realistically win this race. 7 or 8 of them. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, and I need to hold him back a little bit more. I'm getting him going too soon. Way too soon. On the dirt. Let's see how he does. Ah, man. Next year's breeding, I want to do Social Brandy and Frugal Lark probably make the most sense. We still have Crimson Art and Vivid Legend back there? I can't remember. I thought we did, but I'll have to check. Social Brandy's the strongest, obviously, of the studs back there now. Like, Mad Courage is the fastest, but Social Brandy overall has the better stats. So, him and Frugal Lark makes the most sense. We can really get the strongest horse we've ever had in this series from those two. I'm confident, unless the game decides to rob us and give us something that's not good, but I don't think that'll happen. Like, Mad Courage and Frugal Lark would give us an absolute speed demon, which is also pretty tempting, but we already have Twin Sun from Mad Courage out of Honeybee, so I feel like I'll wait maybe the year after to do Mad Courage and Frugal Lark, but I think Social Brandy and Frugal Lark makes the most sense. Our two best horses in this game entirely. Social Brandy is the most successful stud I've run with, and Frugal Lark is by far the best mare we've ran with. So breeding those two together next year, I think that makes the most sense. I wonder if this race is a little bit tougher for him than the turf. We'll see. I'm going to hold him a bit. Hold. Alright, now we're going to go. Good run here. We have inside posts. Those other horses got a lot of work to do, and this may work out here for Electric Arrow. Moved out of the way. They don't even do that in 2004. You didn't have to do that, bro, but okay. So get him going around 2 furlongs. That's the key. Got it. Well, there it is. Electric Arrow. He gets it done. Wins on the dirt. Let's go, my boy. Long Beach Cup. Let's go. We're on a roll today. We're on a roll. Running with the horses that fit my playing style. That's the key. And that's my encouragement to anybody out there wanting to start YouTube or wanting to get into this game, which there's a lot of you that said my videos have helped you get into this game. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad. And like I said, my biggest piece of advice is find the horses that work for you. You know what I mean? Of course, some of us in the community, me included, will kind of suggest some horses that we personally like, and maybe you give them a shot. But at the end of the day, we all play the game differently, so you have to use the horses that fit your riding style the most. Maybe you like closers. Maybe you like horses that, run at the fronts. Maybe you like horses that have a really good field rating. The parameters are really wide. That's why there's really no one way to play this game. If that was the case, Tecmo would have stuck us with a very strict set of parameters on what to do. But they give us the flexibility to do as we please. So definitely find the horses that work for you the best. I mean, that's how I've been having more success in this game. You guys have seen it happen. The second I started really working with the horses that I personally liked, from our originals and from the horses in the shop, some of which I know, some of which I was trying out, horses I've done the best with are the ones that suit my playing style. And if you want to have success, if you're new to this game, I think that's one of the best ways you can get it done. You know what I mean? And then you just feel that closer connection to your horses as well. You know what I mean? So Electric Arrow, 5 for 6, 3 grade 1s. I mean, all of these horses, with the exception of Frugal Lark because she's been racing for the longest, Toxic Waters, undefeated. Twin Sun, we'll see. Electric Arrow, only lost 1 race. Twin Sun is going to be up next. Let me do a quick save, actually. Good stuff going on, man. I'm so happy we're at the point that we're at in this game, finally. Because, man, it was a struggle for a while. We would get a good horse eventually, then kind of not have anything really cooking up for a couple of years, then get another good horse, and then kind of have some slow progression. So I feel like the slow progression days are over. Now that we have these better, we have a better studs in Social Brandy and Mad Courage back there. Frugal Lark, Suave Master, East of Pool. Finally we have good horses that can give us something. And favorite for Twin Sun over Flaring Gleam is the second favorite. And let's actually check out his stats. 92 speed. Oh, man, that's fantastic. This guy's going to be lightning fast. That stamina is not good, though, so I have to be mindful of that. And I forgot we did this for the tack with him. We gave him the orange and the yellow for the back the back legs for the bandage. And We gave him kind of that burgundy-ish shadow roll. So Twin Sun, I like his look. He's got kind of a mid-sock on his right front leg. Let's see how he does in his debut. Let's see how he does. Perfect partner with the record here. That must have been set when I had her. Because, yeah, she was... Well, perfect partner gave birth to perfect art. You guys remember how fast she was in deep stretch as well. So... Is there somebody behind me? I'm like, oh, what is the 7-horse doing? Couldn't understand. I was dropping Twin Sun back as much as possible, and like the 7 was not disappearing. Now I wonder how I have to get going now, right? Definitely have to get going now. Let's see. A lot of stamina left. He's got the speed. Move him to the outside. Oh, he's gone. Not a good stretch run at all. I will never run him like that again. I definitely need to keep him a lot closer, but gets the job done, and against a stronger field, that's not going to work. There's no way we're going to catch up in time. But a win is a win, and I don't even think that's him at his fastest, because like I wasn't even going on the reins for like a third of that furlong because I had to make sure he was on the outside. But that's a sign of good things. I just have to be way more mindful of keeping them closer in a better position. Wins out by 2.5 lengths, but they say double S on position, of course, feel, and then stretch was us. They just keep giving me the same eval. Still think I could have done a little bit better. Again, grade 1 horses, I don't think that's going to work. And I think he's extremely fast, but again, that was a long way to come back from. Very, very long way. With Honeybee, I used to get her up a lot closer. And then she would strike and take off. That's a good first-time win, though, for Twin Sun. And you know what? I definitely... See, I want to try him out in a sprint in Europe, but his stamina... I mean, yeah, his stamina and power rating is not good. I'll go ahead and give him a shot here, though. If he doesn't do well there, if he struggles with his power rating and stamina, then I'll know just to avoid the international sprints, which would kind of stink, to be honest. Yeah, his power rating is bad. His power rating and stamina is bad because of Honeybee. That's the only downside to her. She just did not have the power and the stamina that I would have wanted. So, Electric Arrow in the Super Sprint. You're fast enough for that, aren't you? 86. Well, you can run it. Let's give him a shot. All right. So, Toxic Waters. Open the Diamond Cup. Love this song, man. I have this like every synthwave playlist I listen to. It's called Empty City. Alright, Toxic Waters up in the Diamond Cup. 12 furlongs to go here. Mad Chatter. Anybody on Irish Fleet? I'm not really worried about any of them. Who's the favorite, though? Special Impact? Huh. Okay. Well, Toxic is getting stronger, getting faster, building more endurance. I think we're right in a position to win this race and to keep him undefeated. Here we go. Toxic Waters up in the Diamond Cup. Let's see what you can do, my boy. Not a good start, but it's fine. Alright, good start. Long race, though. Very long race ahead of us. Remember, this guy can run with the fast pace if we get it, and he has the stamina to hang on, so I'm not worried. I think we'll be right there at the end to maybe give this a win. Keep him undefeated. That's obviously the goal. It's obviously the goal. Is there anything to really chat with you guys about? You guys should go ahead and check out Sketch. If you're listening, man, Racing Empire, you as well. You guys go ahead and just comment on this video. You guys that are watching, if you see like Sketchy and his YouTube channel, or if you see Racing Empire, make sure you guys go watch their videos. Really good horse racing kind of discussion content there. Show them some love. Their videos, both of their videos are awesome. Who else is uploading? I think Kayla is kind of taking a hiatus from uploading. But yeah, make sure you check them out, and make sure wherever you are, if you have videos, make sure you just comment down below. Showing love as I've been doing since been on YouTube because you guys support me and I would like to support you back in return. Obviously, it means a lot. So, all right, Toxic, where's the gap? Right here. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He's struggling. Struggling on this straight. Are we going to be able to catch the 5? No. Who is that? Social Brain. That horse has got us beat. Toxic's undefeated streak is going to come to an end. And, oh no, Bears. I forgot about that. Hang on, buddy. Just finish in second. Whew. Gosh, Social Brain pushed us to the limit, man. Great effort from Toxic Waters. I'm not mad. That was a heck of a race. Heck of a run. And Social Brain obliterates the field by 5 lengths. That horse was the 3rd favorite. Yeah, position could have been better, I guess. I had him running at 4th the whole time. Do they want him further than that? Field of 12. That tells me they wanted him to be like 2nd or 3rd. I noticed the less horses in the field, that will dictate whether they think you're in the right position for Procedure. So it's a bummer, but he ran his heart out in the stretch, and I just think Social Brandy had us beat. That horse was taking off on us. Usually if we finish within a length of a horse, I know it's something I could have done. But when a horse beats us clear by 5 lengths and we're running as hard as we can, I don't think there's much else we could have done. But still, it's points for the Terp Series, and we're still clear by 6 points. But gosh, Social Brain is going to be a problem. Gotta hold him off. Wonder Whale is in the dirt. I swear he's in the dirt like every year in this game. He rarely pops up in my 2004 playthrough. Oh no, this isn't good. I'm kind of watching a game, football, and player got injured, looks like paralyzed, and it's not looking good. Some of the players are actually crying, so that's, oh man, that's rough. That's rough. Sorry about that. Man, dangerous game. I used to play it. I've had concussions myself. I've torn both of my Achilles because of football. I've torn my pectoralis major because of football. I've had dislocations. I've had partial tears. It's a violent game. I know if you're from like a different country that doesn't watch like American football, you don't think much of it, but it's a really violent sport. Don't be confused by what you hear and see. It's very violent. Everybody gets hurt a lot. And sometimes what happens is really, really bad. I've gotten concussions I don't even remember. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, Toxic Waters. Do I skip a race or do I save him? I don't know. I think I need to run him in the green because we need as many points as possible. So I'm going to run him in the Platinum Stakes here. And then, yeah, let's see. Probably try to get these last set of races done to end the episode. And I'm sorry about that. I just, I miss the game a lot. I used to play and I hate seeing guys get hurt, man. You don't want anybody to get hurt. You're playing a physical sport. You're hitting each other out there. Sometimes as hard as you can, but it's just all in the respect of the game and just, trying to help your team win. So, like, it just, yeah, just, I don't like seeing guys get hurt, man, like that, because those are scary. Those paralyzation injuries where they're just not moving on the field, like that's, and I've had that happen to me once before. Scariest experience of my life in a sport. This was like my sophomore year in high school, so I was probably 16, I think, or 15, whenever. I think sophomore or junior. No, I think sophomore year. So regardless however old I was at that time, I didn't tackle properly. I didn't keep my head up. And then I fell on the ground after the play. The play was still going on. I couldn't move for like almost 5 seconds. It was the scariest thing ever. And I knew immediately because like I was conscious, my eyes were open, but I couldn't move. I'm like, oh bleep, I'm paralyzed. I'm temporarily paralyzed. Scariest experience of my life. And then eventually I got my feeling back and I'm like, Yo, if there's a godsend up there, thank you so much, because it was that scary. So I'm just saying that to say, you know, it's a violent sport, man. Don't get it twisted. It's a violent sport. But look at Twin Sun developing 94 speed, 91 staying. Holy crap. We got to win this race, hopefully. So, yeah, I just hope the guy is okay. But it's been like 20, 25 minutes. Usually if a guy's down on the field that long, it's pretty serious. So just keep that in mind. It's this weird thing that I see. You know, I'm a Formula One fan, and a lot of Formula One fans obviously like, you know, soccer, football, FIFA. And I always see criticisms of like American football, and then, you know, there are Americans that do the same about soccer. And I'm like, why are both of you so immature? Both sports are great for their own reasons. American football is great for its own reason. You know, soccer, bad start, but we're a closer, so it actually works out. You know, football, the actual football, great sport. I just don't understand. I don't understand the competition. It's so weird. But regardless, you know, like I will see both sides criticizing each other. You know, Americans saying, "Oh, soccer is not physical," and soccer is physical, even though obviously it's a lot of footwork and, you know, whatever. Soccer is still physical. You know, players get injured. You know, just the same. So, started way too late. That's my fault. There's no way I'm catching up in time. Or are we? Is this guy this fast that he can catch up? There's no way. Twin Sun. He's going to struggle up this hill, isn't he? Yep. See, better hill rating, we would have made way more progress. Yeah. He is fast, but it's not going to work. This is what I mean. I'm not even going to be able to run him internationally because of these inclines. Unless I get him started right. I definitely was just lost in my conversation, and yeah, bad stretch. That's on me. That's on me. That's a waste. That's a waste. My bad, guys. But yeah, I was just saying that to say I just don't understand. Why do people? I just don't understand like the mindset of like saying something isn't this tough or something isn't this. Like everything is what it is in its own way, you know. And I'm not saying that as like a devil's advocate type of thing. It's like any sport you play where there's contact is dangerous. I just think certain sports may have more danger to them, you know. But yeah, regardless, Electric Arrow, he's up in the super sprint, 6.5 furlongs. He is the second favorite behind Diamond Plan. It's going to be a tough race. Let me see if I can get refocused and get a dub. Yeah, I mean, I respect all sports, man. Even ones that I think are kind of boring to watch, I still respect them. Because as an athlete, you're still putting a lot of your time into that sport. Your training, your life becomes that sport. I mean, I think any of us that have played, we can all attest to that. When you're knee-deep in sports season, that's a lot of your time, man. Training, whatever you have to do for it. Especially if you take it semi-seriously and you like to compete. So, I just think people should just respect all sports and stop having this, like, tribalism mindset, because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's like that in anything, you know. I used to watch WWE, WWF, for those of you that maybe haven't paid attention in a while. Wrestling, aka, yes, it's scripted. Who cares? I mean, like, what? Who cares? It's tribalism even in wrestling. You know, people that like WWE or AEW or any other promotion out there. I don't understand it. It's such like oh, we're better at this. Oh, it's just like that's cheesy. Like, that's really lame. You know what I mean? Just like what you like. Don't act like it's superior to everything else. That's just a weird way to do things. Tribalism in wrestling is one of the worst, man. The WWE, AEW war is still happening. It's like, just like both promotions for what they are. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, obviously don't worry about it. But it's no different in any other sport. It's the same thing, man. And we get a win back with Electric Arrow. Wins that one pretty easy. 6.5 furlongs. Let's go, my boy. All right. Good stuff. Be right back. I need to get my headphones here. And that's probably why my controller sucks, because I've let it fall to the ground like that. Oh, dear. But yeah. Just some food for thought. Food for thought. Respect everything. Well, not everything, but you guys know what I mean. Oh man, just yeah. I'm hoping the player's okay. I mean, I've known players close to me that have, one actually passed away last year. Was friends with my cousin, cool guy, and he basically had a seizure and, fell and hit his head, and that was it. So it's rough, man. I care about athletes in general. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. I just don't like seeing people get hurt. All right. No more sad, sour, whatever Eric you want to refer to. But that just kind of happened. I wasn't expecting it. So, all right. Twin Sun, Fog S. I shouldn't be running him here, but I want to try him again and see if I get him started earlier. Can he get the win? Electric Arrow. Paris Mile Cup for the sprint? Yeah, let's do it. So we'll do 2 more races with Frugal Arc and Toxic Waters, and that's where we'll end the episode. All right, Chicago Stakes here with Frugal Arc, and man, yeah, her odds are getting worse. Maybe she's at that point. I was hoping we could still race her, and granted, these are some tough races. I think if I take her away from the international scene and if I race her domestically, then maybe she'll have a chance. But I don't want to obviously take races away from our Colts that need them. So she's accomplished enough. She's got 6 titles, 20 Grade 1s. If I retired her now, I would be completely content. I don't think she has anything left to prove, to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to win with her as much as possible, but I surely don't think that there's anything left to prove. Again, I don't know if she's as good as she is in 2004 as she is in this game, but I feel like they made her really strong in, obviously, Gallop Racer 3. I still think she's extremely strong in 2001, and that she feels really powerful here. If anything, I feel like maybe they nerfed her a bit in 2004. I'm not saying you couldn't get good foals from her. I just think, in regards to her stats and her actual dominance, I feel like she was a little bit better in 2003, but that's just me. And we have the inside rail here, which is good. So, just wonder how early I need to start her. Let's get her going now. Punch away. She's got plenty of stamina left. Will this be enough? Field's still closing in on us. 3 is coming. She's fighting, but 3 is coming. 10 is coming. Half a furlong left to go. 3 and the 10 are going to go by us. She's still going to finish 3rd. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, considering. It's not bad at all, considering where we were supposed to finish. All right. Yeah, she was supposed to finish 10th. And the last race here for this episode will be Toxic Waters in the Platinum Stakes GWS, 2nd favorite. And, again, want to get him as many points as Social Brain here. I didn't even look. Social Brain's not here, thank goodness. So we have a chance to give ourselves a little bit of cushion in this GWS series. right, Toxic, let's go, boy. Let's go, my dude. Remember that one episode I was getting perfect starts like all the time? I have not gotten back to that point ever since. And I wasn't doing anything different, you know? So, here we go with Toxic Waters. And this is a race he can win. I forgot who the favorite is. Not that it really matters. I think our main objective is just to get him another win and to try to establish himself as a GWS Turf champion in his 3-year-old season. And again, he should have a sustained growth type from Social Brandy, so he should be able to be competitive for a couple of years, which would be really nice. We don't really have the rail here, so I'm not sure what we're going to do in that regards. We'll figure it out in the stretch. Don't worry, we will still stick to 2004 being the main series. I'm just going to upload 2003 videos every blue moon, just to kind of keep us updated in that game. I'm not going to disappear from it as long as I have been, but I'll make sure I have something throughout the months. I don't know if this horse is going to move. I'm a little bit worried they're not going to. Are you going to move? You're not moving. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go then. Okay, good time to go. Good time to go at Toxic Waters. That horse is not a threat. We're going by. Horse is not a threat, and is anybody catching us? Nope, we're still strong. Toxic Waters still strong. Half a furlong left to go. And he's going to go ahead and clear this one in the Platinum Stakes. Another 12 points. I don't know, man. I think our boy is on path to win the Turf Series this year. That's a big win there for Toxic Waters. Big, big win in the Platinum Stakes. And I wasn't worried in deep stretch. I really wasn't. Wasn't worried. Forward and onwards with Toxic Waters. Let's go. Platinum Stakes winner. Man. Again, I've said it this whole episode. I'm so happy we're finally at that point in this game. And he's 2 or 3 races away from a mid-champ title at this distance. So, already working on technically 2 titles this year. Maybe 3. If he gets Horse of the Year, could be 3 titles in 1 year. That would be insane. But we'll have to win some more bigger races for that. Regardless, great stuff. 18-point lead now in the GWS Turf Series for Toxic Waters. Gotta love it. So happy with him. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Appreciate your love and support on the channel. As always, make sure to smash the like button. It does help out a lot. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe here for weekly horse racing gaming content. Until next time, though, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you all have a great and fantastic day. I shall see you later, and goodbye.